Hello, everyone. Quick micro talk. I'm really just here to introduce a website that I've built, arpdao.com. And let's see. Quickly introducing myself. I've been working at Eastside Games in Vancouver since about 2018, where I've done a bunch of things, primarily led analytics. Retired at the end of 2022 and published a book, everything that I'd learned there. The book's called Game Analytics. It's available on Amazon, Google Play. It's really primarily focused on free-to-play games, but there's a lot of interesting stuff, I think, no matter what you're developing for. I've sold about 1,300 copies of that book, but what I realized is that most people don't want to read 300 pages. They just want to get the benefits, so I built a website, arpdao.com, so you don't have to read the book. And I'm going to talk a little bit about what's on arpdao.com today. Back. So the main reason you'd want to go there is it contains a bunch of free predictive analytics tools that can help you understand your games, your retention, LTV, lifetime value, return on your ad spend, and predict how big your game is basically going to get. I'm not going to go into any details about that, but they're there, free to use. If you want to understand a bit better about how they work, why they're important, why retention and arpdao are all that you should care about in your games, you can watch the recent 2.5 Gamers podcast where I go into some detail about it. I'm going to talk just quickly about one of them because it's kind of interesting. Everyone wants to know if you're developing a game, a free-to-play game on mobile, how much money is it going to make? So this is one of the free tools that are on the website, and the thing that's interesting is you only need to provide parameters that are pretty straightforward and observable from your game, where you can play with the numbers and see what's going to happen. So if you have, say, 500 installs per day, your day 1 retention is 40%, your day 7 is 20%, and your average revenue per daily active user is 50 cents. Sounds reasonable, right? Well, in 365 days, you're going to have just over 13,000 users, and you're going to be making, what is that? Just under $7,000 a day, which is okay. It's not amazing in terms of a business, but play with those numbers. They're sobering, but they're also useful. So what you'll realize, though, is that the only way you can really make more money or grow your business is to either increase your retention or increase your arpdao. One of the things that I built on arpdao.com is a simple way for you to increase your average revenue per daily active user, and that's to use geographical pricing. So a little story here. A small indie studio up in Vancouver, Night Market Games, quadrupled their daily revenue in a number of their countries simply by implementing geographical pricing. It was a no-brainer, best $50 they ever spent on product management. So what is geographical pricing? Many of you probably heard about the Big Mac Index, for example. Geographical pricing is simply when a supplier, in this case McDonald's, in your case a game publisher, game studio, when you set your price based on the geographical location of the buyer, right? So this is why a Big Mac costs more in, say, Luxembourg than it does in Mexico. And it has to do with the purchasing power of the consumers. Currency exchange rates don't do a very good job of capturing this, right? And so this is important because if you're, say, publishing a game on Android, Google Play, the default price that Google chooses is going to be too high in just about every country in the world. And that's going to lead to lower conversion and lower revenue. So what do you do? How do you fix it? Well, you could go into the Google Play console and override all of the prices for each of your in-app products in every country. Two problems with that. One, it's really time-consuming. You don't have time to do that. And the second problem is, well, what price would you choose anyway for each of the countries? Right? So here's an example of this particular product. Costs $13.49 in Canada, $9.99 in the US. What should the price be in Algeria, Australia, Austria? I have the solution, or a solution. A couple of other companies do too. You may have heard of Wapier. They do this kind of thing. But if you go to my website, don't do it now on your phone because it looks like ass on mobile. It's designed to be done on your laptop. If you sign in with your Google, you give me your OAuth credential. I don't store it. I don't even have a database running this thing. What I'll do is I'll go and query all the apps that you have published in the Google Play Store. You choose which one, and you set some parameters, and I will go and recommend some price changes for you. Here's a bunch of new prices that you might consider for each of your in-app products and in each of the country that they're available in. Your game's probably available in about 95 different countries. Interesting exercise would be for you to go through and figure out which countries do you have a whole bunch of users, but your conversion rate is 0 or lower. Not lower than 0, but really low, right? So anything under like 2%. Because what? We should be converting 5% of your players, right, to paid. You choose those countries that you want to make adjustments to. It's in the user interface. Then I use the Play API to go and update all of the prices for you there. It's all done in seconds. Zero risk here, really. If all you're doing is lowering prices, typically you're lowering. Some countries you are going to raise them. Switzerland, you'll raise prices. Norway, you'll probably raise prices. If you've got a country with a whole bunch of installs, but your current conversion to paid is 0, you've got no revenue that you can lose there. So there's no risk involved in this, right? You have no revenue to lose. So identify those geos where you have a ton of players, but no payers. Then use geographical pricing to find the price points that start to convert those players. You'll suddenly find revenue where there wasn't any before. If you want to try this, use promo code SLICE25. You'll save 50% on your first order. It's only $50. It's less than that in other countries. I use geographical pricing. How can you learn more about this? Well, you can book a meeting with me. I'm around today. I'd love to talk about this stuff. You can buy my book. Just Google Ovans Game Analytics, or you can follow me on LinkedIn. And yeah, that's really all I have to say today.